Part 2 on why the transatlantic slave story is a hoax. Now you see this image right here? I wonder, why haven't no Pan-African called this out? Because me personally, I like a challenge. And you see the indigenous people, they always will say, oh, these is Indians. You see they got like the little feather with whatever and like the little crown. But look, let me just say this. This is talking about rice. And this is also talking about smallpox. Now, when they say Negroes just derived from the Windward and Rice Coast, they're mostly referring back to Africa vaguely. But they just can't say it for some reason, you know? My thing is, the rice that they're talking about is Carolinian rice. And they would like to say, well, oh, this rice came from Africans putting rice inside their hair, which sounds ridiculous, by the way. Why would you put rice inside your hair just to get trapped? Never mind, hold on. Let me get back on topic. That Carolinian rice and rice that was just generally in the East Coast, if it didn't come from Turkey, if it didn't come from certain places like around the East, then it came from a place in Africa that is not really Africa. It came from Madagascar. And it came from over the Portuguese crown. When you had this Portuguese explorer going over to America, he gave this rice to a quote-unquote a doctor, you know, which I would like to assume is a medicine man. Now, Westward. If Westward is not Africa, it's vaguely talking about either the Caribbeans or part of South America like Brazil, either New York, Virginia, or the Caribbeans, because this is where the slave ports was at for the presidents of war who were indigenous to the Americas, which makes more sense. And then on top of that, let me take it a step farther. Why was, okay, Rice Coast, smallpox. How come nobody talk about rice coming from the Amazonia 4,000 years ago? Like, would this not be a contradiction at all? The more you question it, the more it don't make sense. You want to question religion and get out of it, but you don't want to question the transatlantic slave trade, which don't make sense when you really think about it.